Hi everybody. Sorry for all these videos, but hopefully I'll be back soon. So let's start with dividing decimals. You just got to watch a fun video with a cow. So let me get this monster out of the way. Woohoo. Okay, we're going to start by identifying what parts of a division problem are the dividend, the divisor, and the quotient. Well, the quotient is always the answer, so the quotient goes on top. How do you spell quotient? Q-U-O-T-I-E-N-T. Okay. And the divisor, I think of wearing a visor on your head, and you wear a visor when you go outside to block the sun from your eyes. So the outside number is the divisor. D-I-V-I-S-O-R. So that just leaves the dividend. And if you think about a den is inside your house. At least in the olden houses, they had a living room and a den. But the dividend was inside. D-I-V-I-D. It's like divide. And what you're dividing goes inside. E-N-D. So what you're dividing is the dividend. And it goes inside. The divisor's outside. The quotient's on top. Now there's a tiny poster above my unicorn, above the Promethean board. And it's like forms to divide. I'm going to use these numbers to show the forms to divide. What this is saying is 12 divided by 4, and that equals 3. Okay, so remember top dog in the house? Well, the first place dog, the first number goes in the house, second number outside. So when I'm talking about top dog in the house, if I make a fraction of 12 divided by 4 equals 3, the top number is what's always in the house. The bottom number's outside. And there's the house. And so inside, your first number, your top number is what's inside. And your second number, your bottom number, is what goes outside. And your answer, of course, goes on top. Okay, let's practice some dividing. Moving on. Louise is a registered nurse. She gets paid $25 per hour. Pretty good. If she earned a total of $212.50, how many hours did she work? Okay, so what we're going to divide up is her total here. So I'm going to put the total in the house, 212.50, and the 25 goes outside. Now, if you have a whole number like 25, the decimal's at the back, and I don't need to move it over because it's already at the wall. So what I do with my decimal inside, let me get a different color. I say I lift it, I stick it, and then I forget about it. I start dividing. So I'm going to put 3 little lines over my 212 and 2 little lines over my 50. Now how many 25s can fit into 2? None. How many 25s can fit into 21? None. How many 25s can fit into 212? Well, let's see. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175. Oh, I got ink. 200. So that looks like I can fit 8 25s into 212, and that gives me 200. When I subtract, I have 12 left over. Bring down the 5. The decimal's already up. I don't have to worry about it. Now, how many 25s fit into 125? 25, 50, 75, 100, 125. So that would be 5 25s, give me 125. Subtract, and I have nothing left. Now, I have a 0 here. I have a choice. I can either drop it off and just give me 8.5, or I could bring it down and say how many 25s fit into 0. That would be 0. I have nothing left. I am finished. My final answer is Louise worked 8.5. I'm going to drop that 0 off. Hours. Good for her. Okay, next up. We have it in this dividing form. So what I'm going to have to do is, I'll do it underneath. Build a dividing house. What goes first goes in the house. I forgot my 3. 385 in the house, and the 0.5 goes outside. Now I can drop the 0 off, I don't need it. But what I have to do is move my decimal up against the wall. So I have to move my decimal 1 space. If I don't have a decimal, that means it's at the back. And I have to move it 1 space. And guess what I put in that little blank? A 0. All right, now that's really sloppy, and I want to rewrite it. So I'm going to come down below. I have a 5 on the outside because I moved the decimal over. And on the inside, I have 3, 8, 5, 0 decimals at the back. Okay, I'm going to put my little lines on top. It just helps me line up where the numbers are supposed to go. Okay, here we go. Can 5 fit into 3? No. Can 5 fit into 38? Yes. How many times? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, that would be 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. And when I subtract 38 minus 35, I get 3. Bring down the next number of 5. Okay, I just did that. 5 fits into 35 7 times, so I put a 7 on top. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract, I have nothing. Now here, I cannot get rid of this 0 because it's holding the ones place. I got to bring my 0 down. How many 5s fit into 0? That would be 0. And so my final answer for 385 divided by 0.5 would be 770. Put it in a little bubble. Ta-da! Okay, let's go to the next guy. So my decimal is in front of the 8. I got to move it to the wall. That's 1 space. Whatever I do on the outside, I got to do the same thing on the inside. 1 space. So my decimal is going to be right between the 1 and the 6. Let me rewrite this. Get my other marker. Okay, my outside number is 8. My inside number, I don't need this 0, is 1.6. All right, so what I do with this decimal, I lift it, I stick it, I forget about it. Can 8 fit into 1? No. Can 8 fit into 16? Yes, twice. 2 times 8 is 16. I got nothing left. I got no more places to fill in, so we are good. The answer to this would be 0.2, my little bubble. Okay, so I hope this is getting to be pretty simple for you, but let's move to more complex questions. Yay. Wait, 212.50, we just had that above. Okay, let me read it. Jason keeps a change jar in his room and only puts quarters in the jar. Well, aren't you bougie, Jason? If he has $212.50 in the jar, how many quarters does he have? All right, so we're going to take 212.50 divided by 0.25. We're going to figure out how many quarters fit inside of this. I don't want to count by quarters, so we're going to move it over 2 spaces and move this over 2 spaces, and then I'm going to rewrite it. My outside number is 25. My inside number is 21250, decimal at the back. Okay. Now, when I did it up above, can I use these numbers? I sure can. I had 8, 5, and 0. So 25 did not fit into 2 or to 1, but it fit into 212 8 times. 8 times 25 was 200. Subtract, I had 12 left. Bring down my next digit. So above the 5, 25 fits into 125 5 times. Okay, and that is 125. Subtract, I got nothing left. But I can't drop this 0 like I did up there. I have to use it because it's holding that place. So bring it on down, and 25 fits into 0 times. So bougie Jason has 850 quarters in his jar. Go cash that in, man. Get some like PlayStation or Xbox or whatever you like. Okay, maybe a real nice steak and some ice cream. Okay, now we've got a fraction form here. Remember, the top number is the top dog. The top number goes in the house. I'm going to build my house over here and put my 36.45 inside. Outside, I've got 3 zeros and a 9. I can drop that first 0. So 0.009. Ooh. All right, I am going to move the decimal on my outside number 3 spaces to get to the wall. Excuse me. So that means I got to move my decimal on the inside 1, 2, 3 spaces. Guess what I put on that blank? It's a 0. All right, let me rewrite this mess. Build my house. Okay, since I moved this decimal over, I have a 9. I can drop these zeros off. 9. And when I move this decimal over 3 spaces, I got 36, 4, 5, 0. Decimals at the back. You got to know where your decimal is. All right, now I'm going to put my lines on the top to help me out. I got 5 numbers there. Whew, it's got big. 9 cannot fit into 3, so nothing above the 3. 9 can fit into 36 4 times. 9 times 4 is 36, and when I subtract, I get nothing. Now my next digit is a 4, so I bring that down. But can 9 fit into 4? No. So you put a 0 there. Now some people will do 0 times 9 is 0, subtract, you're going to get a 4 again. What I do is a little shortcut. I bring down my next digit since I'm working above the 5 now. How many 9s fit into 45? That would be 5. 5 times 9 is 45, and when I subtract, I got nothing left. Bring down the last 0. I can't drop it off. It's holding that place with the decimal. But 9 fits into that 0 times. And so my final answer, 4,050. I'm going to put it in a little bubble. Sometimes you might want to put a comma, but sometimes Schoology doesn't like it. So be careful with that. Check with us if you need to. All right, next one. The first dog goes in the house. The 2.5 goes outside. Now to get the 2.5, to have the decimal against the wall, I got to move it 1 space. The 4 doesn't have a decimal. That means it's at the back. I got to move it 1 space and add a 0. Okay, so let me rewrite this mess. 25 on the outside. On the inside, I've got 4 0 decimals at the back. Notice I left a little space. What's going to happen? 25 fits into 40 only 1 time. 1 times 25 is 25. Subtract, borrow from the 4, 3. 10 minus 5 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. I get 15. Now what I can do is the decimal's up, lift the decimal, add a 0, bring the 0 down. How many 25s fit into 150? 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. That would be 6 times. 6 times 25 is 150. Subtract, I got nothing left. So each one of these had a little bit of extra for you to use if you need to reference it on how to solve the questions on the back. Let's take a look at the back. All right, number 1 is already set up for you, and the decimal's already at the wall, so lift it, stick it, divide. Number 2, got to build your house. The first number goes in the house. The second number, I'm going to drop that 0, goes on the outside. So you're going to want to move it over. Now the decimal, remember, if there isn't one, it's at the back. Move it over, add a 0, and lift it up. Then I would rewrite this out to the side. 8 is on the outside, 640 is on the inside, decimals at the back. Okay, and then divide. Do the same thing for number 3. Build the house. The first number goes in the house, and the second number goes outside. Hey, there's no decimal, so that means it's already at the wall. Lift it, stick it, forget about it, just start dividing. You're going to have to move it over. Remember, when you move it over, what do you put in the blank? A 0. Rewrite that. Make it neater, please. Okay, number 5, you got 2 spaces. 2 spaces. Rewrite that, please. And then number 6, build your dividing house. First number goes in the house. Second number goes outside. Okay, you're going to move it over, bring it up, divide. But I want you to rewrite this, okay? And you have an answer bank at the top, so if you can't find your answer, you know you missed something, you know who to ask. Okay, and then what's on this last one? Leslie has 60 strawberries. She puts an equal number of strawberries into each 4 baskets. Which expression is not represented, does not represent the number of strawberries Leslie put into the basket? So you got 4 different ways of dividing. One of these is set up incorrectly. Find the one that's incorrect. All right, hope to see you soon if I'm not back already. Bye.